Hi, I'm Jessica Cohn, Health Wellness Program Coordinator for Portland Fire and Rescue. We're going to do a core warm-up today and we're going to get right into it. So go ahead, you're going to start in a straight arm plank position and we're going to just do nice and slow mountain climbers. Similar to if we were standing and doing little high knee exercises. Each station here is 30 seconds. We will quickly transition from one exercise to the next. It is your option when you would like to rest. So rest at any time. You can pause the video if you need to, but we're gonna keep you moving because we wanna get you nice and warm and get you going for your workout or for the day. So now we're gonna just go right into just holding that straight arm plank. What I want you to focus on here is leaning the shoulder over the hand. I'm looking for a straight line from my wrist to my elbow to my shoulder. If planks bug your back at all, you can walk your feet in and raise the booty up a little bit, but still pushing that shoulder over the hand. Really focus on pulling your belly button into your spine and squeezing your booty nice and tight. So you want to watch your booty sticking out. You got to squeeze your booty to protect that lower back. Now we're going to go directly into a bent arm plank hold. So if you need to do a quick rest, you can go down to a child's pose. As soon as you can, we're going to go to our bent arm plank hold. So there's a big portion of this warm-up is a bunch of plank exercises. The goal on your plank exercises, straight arm or bent just holding, would be able to hold about 2 minutes or longer. So I have all these 30-second little plank exercises to help you build up that muscular endurance so that you can hold a plank for a longer amount of time. So we're gonna keep holding here. We're gonna do a quick rest if you need to, or just transition right into the next exercise. We're gonna go to a straight arm plank, similar to what we're doing with a mountain climber, but now lift your leg up straight and then alternate with the other leg. What I'm focused on here again is still pushing my shoulder over that wrist. If your wrist bug you at all, you can turn your fingers out a little bit. You could go to the fist if you needed to, or just go to your elbow would be another option. So I'm lifting up one leg nice and straight. Squeeze your quad, keep your foot flat, so flexed as you alternate. So now we're gonna go into a nice little kind of rest. You're gonna spread your feet out nice and wide, push back into your heels, and then just lean forward into that straight arm plank. So we're going downward dog and then leaning forward. As your hamstrings start to warm up more and you feel a little bit more flexibility, you can bring your feet in narrower. But even me, I find I like to keep my feet wide in the beginning till I loosen up a little bit. And then I try to bring my legs in and my feet in a little bit closer. And just go back and forth. Next, we're gonna go back to the bent arm. This is last plank exercise in the standard position. Hold the bent arm plank for 30 seconds. If you think you can make this a little bit harder, I want you to try to lift up one arm. And just alternate side to side. Trying to keep your hip from moving too much and trying to keep your booty down, but again, if it bugs your back, lift your hip. If you can challenge yourself a little bit, I want you to go out to a T position with one arm and alternate nice and slow back and forth. And rest. We're gonna immediately go into a side plank exercise. So I'm gonna start on my left side here with my elbow right under my shoulder. Lift up that hip, raise that arm if you can. If you need to, I have 2 points of contact here, my feet and my elbow. If you need to modify it, make it 3 points by putting the other foot more forward and down. The other option is I could put this hand here if I needed to, or I could even go down to the knee. Push that shoulder right over the elbow to protect the shoulder. If at any point your shoulders bug you, then just go to a normal plank. Now we're gonna switch sides, and I'm gonna go to the other side. So when you're ready, lift up and hold, 30 seconds here. So for normal standard plank holds from bent arm or straight arm, I give the goal of being able to hold 2 minutes or longer. For side planks, 1 minute or longer would be a really good goal. Really focus here and not bending or getting too awkward in your spine. Squeeze your booty, belly button in, head up, chin in, try to get your neck and everything within your spine nice and in line. And that's it. Now you're gonna rest here. We're gonna go now to our Superman hold. So down to your stomach, you're gonna lift your legs nice and straight and lift your arms. Focus on chest and head lower to the ground. I don't care too much about you lifting too high, all bent. Keep it low. Arms straight. Focus on more lifting your arms up as straight as you can and lifting your legs as straight as you can versus bending them to lift them. So squeeze that tricep so you can get your arm nice and straight. Squeeze your quad to get everything straight. We're gonna go right into an exercise called reverse snow angels. You're gonna go wide and then back to narrow. So you go wide. When I'm wide, I'm at A position. I fluidly move to T, to Y, and then to I, which is nice and narrow. So just keep going back and forth. Nice and slow and controlled, trying to keep the elbow and knee locked out so everything's nice and straight. We're gonna stay here for the next exercise. You can lower the legs down now. So now go A. I want you to touch behind your lower back, palms up. You're gonna go back to A, palm down, to T, to Y, to I, and then touch the top of your shoulder blades and go back to that lower back, nice and easy, just reaching as far as you're able. Again, trying to keep the chest and head low to the ground. You're going about 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna flip over to our back. So we can do that now. Go ahead, flip over to your back. We're gonna do a hollow hold. So you can start here, crunch up, and just even have your arms by your sides, focus on lifting those shoulder blades up. If you can go a little harder, you're gonna lift the legs. You can keep the legs bent here. And if you feel like you can advance this movement, you can go straight. I like people just to stay here, shoulder blades up, pushing their lower back into the ground, pulling that belly button in, and work towards being able to hold here for 2 minutes. Once you can do that, then go to the more advancements where legs go straight and arms back. If this is hard enough, just go ahead and hold here. If you can advance this movement, I want you now to go into little hollow rocks. Hold the legs if you need to. Again, I'm just keeping it bent in here, a little bit more of that modified. If I want to advance, I can go legs straight. But the goal here as I come up is to not touch my feet as I go back, is to control and not touch my shoulder blades. So I'm trying to keep really crunched and rounded in my spine. And now, feet down. Just lay back, arms out, T position, palms down. We're just gonna stretch out the hamstrings, but nice and easy. Lift your leg up to a 90-degree L position, legs straight, so squeeze your quad, flex your foot, and alternate each side. Really make sure, squeeze, foot nice and flat, pulling the toe down. And you don't need to pull the leg much further in. We're just warming up, trying to focus on getting the legs straight. For the next exercise, we're gonna go into an iron cross stretch on one side. Keep this other leg bent, leg is straight. I'm gonna cross over to one side and lift back up. And I'm gonna do this one side for 30 seconds. Really trying to get a good twist in my thoracic spine, which is the middle of your back. And keeping the leg as straight as I can, pulled in as close to me as I can. If you need a bend on this one a little bit, that's fine. Just make sure to keep both shoulders and arms on the ground with your palms down to brace against the floor. Go ahead and switch legs. Let's go on the other side. And you want to only go and twist as far as you can without this shoulder coming up. That's my range of motion. If that shoulder comes up, then I'm just forcing a further range that my back's not ready for. And that's good. So now you're gonna keep both legs up, feet flat as you can. You're gonna try to reach for your toes, come back down. If this pulls too much on the lower back, bend your legs, touch your toes, back down. You're just crunching up high as you can, come all the way back down. You can leave the arms up. If you're able to get the legs straight, try, but try not to cheat and bring the legs into you. I'm trying to lift my upper body up to my legs and up to my feet. And good, we're gonna flip back over. Let's get to our straight arm push-up position here. And what I'm looking for here, you're gonna bring one foot out to the side of those hands. My right leg is forward here. I'm gonna take my right elbow, the same elbow down, and I'm gonna turn and reach up. This other hand is just there to support you. So my arm is straight on this supporting arm, and my hand is on the ground. When I'm down, I turn away from the leg, and then I turn towards the leg and reach up. And switch sides. Nice and wide here, so I'm nice and stable. Go low as you can with the heel down. Watch your heel coming up. Keep your heel down. I'm able to get pretty low here because I've worked a lot on this stretch, and my mobility allows me to go there. You don't want to force it. Just work on this stretch and try to work on that range of motion. So as I go down too, I focus heel down, letting the knee just track right straight and in line with that toe. This stretch is going to take us right into our squat stretch. So get to a squat stance, reach for your toes. You're going to lower your booty, pushing your knees out, and then raise your booty back up. As I go down, I'm driving my arms to the inside of the knee, so I get a good inner thigh stretch. Booty back up. Watch your feet. Make sure your feet are pointing as much forward as you can, digging your heel and the outside of the foot. If you have to turn out a little bit, go ahead, but the goal is working towards your feet pointing more forward. And then also as I'm down, I'm focusing on everything I need to for a squat. Belly's in, squeezing my shoulder blades down and back so I have really good posture. This is gonna progress us into the next stretch. So you're gonna go down, lean to one side, and then twist and reach on the other. And then go the other side, and then go booty back up. So this is again similar to that iron cross stretch, getting into my thoracic spine as I'm in that squat position, and where the twisting is coming out from the arms versus the legs. All right, we got our last one. It's a little bit of a challenge for you. You're gonna go down and perform a squat hold. And we're gonna hold here for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is your goal. If you're able to hold longer, that would be awesome, and that's something to work towards. So if you're familiar with the Supple Leopard book, Kelly Starrett that's out there has a squat test where he sits in this position and encourages others for 10 minutes about every 30 days. And that information will be coming out on Target Solutions as well. So we're holding. Here's your 30 seconds. If you think you can go along a little longer, great. Otherwise, you're done with your core warm-up.